Of their lungs going, I don't know what I'm doing!
Thank
I'm
you,
a wizard!
Graham, for that amazing transition.
Going well.
That went well. I mean, it's fitting for what's probably going to happen today. So, welcome everyone to the 7th session of the Uncaged game. That doesn't actually have a title because I couldn't think of a clever pun to do with shades or specters. So if you have anything, put it in chat and we'll use it for the VOD. Let's go around, have people say who they are, and then we'll do a really quick recap, and then we're probably gonna roll initiative. Let's start. You're already talking anyway. Graham.
Hi everybody, I'm Graham. Today I play Sam, a wizard. And right now I am trapped in a house with my best friend during a sleepover. We definitely didn't use a Ouija board, but there definitely are ghosts.
All true. So glad you started with your name. After your shave, everyone's a little confused, I think. Wild.
Yes, hello, I'm Wild, Wild Engineer, and I am playing Welby, the halfling, lovable, friendly, accidental warlock, and now officially the Will-O-Wisp Whisperer.
All true. All true. Lady Dame.
Hi, I'm Lady Dame. I play Pris, everyone's favorite Disney princess of a tiefling who has a new best friend that she loves, and also, am worried about Welby and not at all about her friends who are having a sleepover without her.
I mean, what are friends if not, people who shut you out when they have their first sleepover together? Not even mention it to you. Just walk away. Speaking of friends who walk away for their first sleepovers ever, Swapper.
Hello, I'm Swapper. I play said friend who walked away, named Kai, and I believe I am doing the recap today.
Please do.
I actually don't know how much of this is my speculation, how much of it is recounting what happens, so you're in for a ride. Last time, we found a few artifacts, or rather items, hopefully not artifacts, in an interesting wild magic spot, an interesting leyline spot. 2 of them we took, 2 of them were cursed, a flower crown, which will be immediately put on, and a tiara, I believe, which I believe Pris took, if I'm not mistaken. The only non-cursed item, of course, Kai declined. Which, is nice. Then we went on to follow a few will-o-wisps to a rather creepy village, which seemed to be entirely deserted until we met a lovely woman called Avine, who is a half-elven innkeeper, also might be a bard. And we found out that a lot of the children got sick, namely 2 or 3, I don't know, and the rest of the people moved away. There were weird lights all around, and we decided to investigate after hearing a bit. And then we, of course, split the party, which is always a good idea. So Welby went off on his own. Lady Dame Pris, of course, went to talk with Avine, and Sam and Kai went to visit. Who the fuck? Someone, a sick child who had been not Very well. I can't talk today. They tried possibly everything. It did not work. And afterwards, we went full CSI investigation, or rather, Sam did, as he asked a series of pointed questions during which we figured out that founding families were being targeted. And everything was kind of weird. People were leaving the village. People were having iron hoofs above their door. After that, we went out, and Kai decided to go off on their own and talk to an elk, which went surprisingly well. The elk made a terrifying noise, which seemed of major importance, since said terrifying noise was an imitation of other terrifying noises, somehow linked to the quarry in which old lights had been appearing. Meanwhile, Welby had been talking to a gravekeeper, or grave undertaker's the word, named Krata. They had a lovely little conversation, during which a few interesting things were mentioned, which I cannot recall. And afterwards, Welby decided to have a little chat with a few will-o-wisps, and that's where he currently is. Meanwhile, Pris continued having a chat about, I believe it was smutty books and pearls.
Can you
during the
pause
conversation.
a second? Chat says they can't really hear you.
Oh, that sounds good.
Which is not good because there's a lot of good stuff.
Let me see. Yes, Zoom is doing. Zoom is doing the thing again. Hello. That should be better. Right.
It would be a shame if your amazing recap got lost in, tech nonsense. There you go. Yes, you're good to go.
Okay. That completely threw me, but that's okay. Yes, Pris had a conversation about smarty books and pearls. During the conversation, she actually got one of the pearls in return for a few smarty books. And I believe that is when we kind of reconvened. Sam and Kai came back to Pris, to the inn. And Pris noticed Welby was missing. Sam and Kai collectively declared that they just weren't dealing with that, and went to have a sleepover in a house, since Sam wasn't allowed to come into the inn since he was bearing multiple Fey items, or one Fey item. Don't know where the multiple came from. So, whilst Pris was searching for Welby, who was still chatting with a few will-o-wisps, oh right, the two got attacked by weird ghost things. And I believe that's where we are right now. That was a long recap.
Sorry, I had to finish typing a message related to tech goblins because it's not a stream without tech goblins. Yes, we are starting this week's game again. Sam and Kai picked the abandoned building to sleep in that was closest to, I believe, the Duggins family, because they're the ones with the sick daughter. And Sam offered to assist them should they shout for help during the night. I'm pretty sure they're not going to be the ones shouting for help during the night, because as they were getting set up, having a nice moment about how this is both their first sleepovers, because they never had friends like this before, looking deep into each other's eyes, they both passed a perception check that showed over each shoulder a rather ghostly figure made out of black shadows with grasping hands and sort of like cloaks and hoods that were already reaching for them. So I do think it's about time we start this game with initiative rolls. I'll take initiative from the whole party, because we'll see about Pris and Welby either being alerted or joining at some point in time.
All right.
21.
As my partner in crime, do we go brown shiny dice or forest green?
Of course, forest green.
You asking a druid?
Well, that's a 12.
You have no
What
bonus?
screen you disappoint
I have
yourself?
a +0 to dexterity, which is why my AC is a 10.
Yeah, those things do happen. So I heard, let's just go anyone over 20?
21.
21 for Kai. Anyone between 20 and 15?
16.
I can spell, this is fine. 15 to 10?
12.
12. 10 to 5?
Wait, am I supposed to be rolling too?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Just to keep track of how long it takes for you to be alerted and possibly join. Or, how many death saves they fail while you're walking back from the will-o-wisps, and if you can
Well, that was a nat 20.
do anything.
That was a
Okay.
That was a nat 20.
Do you have any bonuses?
Let me check. I think I have plus... 3 to initiative. Yep, 23.
Alright. Great. So technically Welby goes first, but for now I'm gonna assume you're still hanging out with your new friends. Who actually happily blinked yes when they asked if they wanted to be your friend. So, that actually means Kai. This is your moment to shine.
Startled, they kind of look around the room and notice the immediate danger they are in, and reach out towards Sam. I'm gonna do something, it's gonna be weird, just bear with it, okay?
That sounds perfectly fine. You've got a thing behind you, too.
Alright. And as they touch Sam, Sam's skin begins to turn kind of brownish, and his veins turn this imminent green as his skin begins to glow and transform into this weird magical bath. You now have an AC of 16, if I manage to keep concentration.
I've never felt more strong.
I mean, what could possibly be messing with your concentration here?
I mean, you know how the song goes, you AC me up so I don't get hit by bad guys.
Can I cast Bark Skin on myself if I have already?
Nope, you've done it. It's done. It said you got a song out of it.
They then properly jump up, grasp their staff, and once again the staff begins to kind of shimmer and twist in that weird way as they cast Shillelagh. Afterwards, they turn their back to Sam and look at the weird spectre thing behind them.
Beautiful. Chris, can you make me a perception check?
Sure
And
can.
Swapper, can you check your web captioner settings, please?
Ooh. Hey, I'm a bard.
Yes,
a
you
dirty
are.
20.
Welcome to the game. So as you're walking out of this inn and heading towards the henge where Welby's hanging out with the wisps, unbeknown to you, you hear Sam and Kai shouting at each other something about, "It's gonna be weird! There's something behind you!"
Well, I mean, I was worried about Welby being off on his own, but if my friends say there's something behind you, man, Kai is really capable. And then there's Sam, but I guess I should go help him.
All right, so you're heading towards the little house.
Yes.
Um,
I will shout out there, Welby, if you're out there, I think maybe come back this way. Follow the sound of my voice, please. Thanks.
All right. That concludes Paris's turn, which makes it my turn. So I have basically a specter for each of you. So I'll first make an attack on Kai. Oh, that is really good. That's 23 to hit.
That doesn't hit, actually. No, it doesn't. Why do you ask if you have a 20-3? We don't have armor.
Look, by the time you get a bard around, you're gonna have stuff like cutting words and stuff. You don't know.
We don't
things
have a
could
bard
help.
around right now.
I'm not there yet.
She's not even there yet at all. Like, even the dogs are upset about all of this, you guys. You take... I can do math. You take 10 necrotic damage. And please make me a Constitution saving throw.
I don't like this. That's a 19.
Congratulations, you do not have your hit point maximum reduced by 10 points. Yay!
Best sleepover ever.
Okay, that felt weird.
So, Sam, you too, Kai turned his back to you, because probably preparing mentally for back-to-back fighting. So he saw this specter coming directly towards him, and you saw that creepy ghostly hand sort of pass through where his heart is. And before you have a time to act yourself, you feel the same cold touch from behind you. For a 17.
Can it make that with disadvantage? Because I'm gonna warding flare it.
All right, let's see if I can make it with disadvantage. I cannot.
A.
That is a 13.
Nice. So that misses me.
Look at you being a cleric.
I'm a wizard.
A
please.
wizard, sorry, wizard. I keep forgetting. It's so confusing.
Ugh, okay. Stress is on.
Yep. They're sort of
How big is the room we're in?
hanging out. They're not moving. The room you're in, these are pretty small houses. I'd say it's about 20 feet.
Okay. Is it my turn?
It is now your turn. Like, if you
Alright.
wanted to make it, like, this room itself is like 20 feet. It's like an entrance room. You're assuming if you go through the entranceway you saw earlier that there's probably a bigger room there. This is the kind of farmhouses where sometimes people still share living spaces with their animals for warmth.
That's fair. So I would like to turn undead.
Okay.
So I lift my staff up and I say, "Get the fuck out of my house!" And I slam my staff on the ground, and like a burst of light just emerges from the base of the staff all throughout the floor of the house.
Do I get wisdom saving throws?
They do. It's a DC 14 wisdom save.
These are not my best saves. They're also not my worst saves. One of them makes it and the other one fails.
Alright, so the one that fails for the next minute, or until it takes damage, it needs to spend its turns trying to move as far away from me as it can. It can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of me, and it can't take reactions.
Beautiful.
So, is
the
it
one
the
that
one
got
that's near Kai?
Kai
or me?
is the one who failed.
Okay. So I'm gonna stay standing where I am, and I will say, Kai, I have a feeling you should not attack the one that's gonna run away. I think I scared it.
Oh, really specific feeling, but okay.
And then I am done my turn. Because wait, do I have any bonus action spells? No, I'm out of spell slots. Almost. So that's my turn.
Alright, thank you. Welby. Would you have been paying attention to your surroundings in general, or are you still having heartfelt conversations with Will-O-Wisp? So the thing is, the village isn't necessarily that close to the part of the henge you're at, because you're at the part of the unmarked graves, and they're very furthest away from town.
Yeah, that's the issue. I mean, would I have even heard?
I don't think you would have heard Chris.
Even if I had used thaumaturgy to project my voice, which I
Well,
didn't say that I did.
You didn't. It probably would have helped, but you.
I didn't want to wake up the whole neighborhood.
Just parts of it. Why would you warn them there are specters around?
I mean, I'm having a heartfelt conversation with a will-o-wisp. I can't say I would be.
That's fair. Is there anything in particular you want to ask a will-o-wisp right now?
See, I think at this point I was doing with the, I was got the grave markers and I was trying to put them onto the graves, right?
Yes. You were making beautiful markers for the previously unmarked people.
I think while doing that,
You raided the supply shed.
looking into it, I was like, do you think this will help? And I mean, will this help the town? Do you think? As I'm putting markers
They
in.
blink once.
Oh, good. Do you think it'll help people stop getting sick?
They blink twice.
Oh.
And I think that's roughly 6 seconds for Welby. Since you're talking and crafting. Which brings us back to Kai.
Kai will raise their hand to the ceiling, and from within them there's a weird shimmer as this spiritual bear breaks out, and anybody within 30 feet has plus 9 hit points. I believe there's a maximum hit points. No, temporary hit points. After that, that was a bonus action, they will reach around Sam, extend their other hand, and a thunderous wave emits from the hand and catches the ghost, and a thunderous boom can be heard 300 feet around.
Alright, so
I would
you
like
do
a
wake up, Cal.
Constitution saving throw from the spirit.
Oh, I'm much better
The
at
DC
this
is
than I was
13.
at Will. Wow, I completely jinxed myself. One has a 16 and one has a 4.
I would have only attacked the one behind Sam.
You're only going for one behind Sam?
Yeah, since I was explicitly told not to do that.
Oh, you listened to him. I'm so touched. Alright, that one had a 16 though.
Okay, I believe.
Do you blow up a part of this house?
Any unsecured
Windows just
objects?
blow out.
I don't believe the house is an unsecured object, but you. The thing still takes 4 thunder damage.
4 thunder damage.
And isn't pushed.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Alright. Are you done? You want to move anywhere?
That is my turn.
Thank you.
Want to move.
Press. Walking towards the house now, you definitely hear this very loud blast. It's hard to miss. I don't think you've seen Kai do that before, so you're probably pretty confused as to what's going on. But it's bound to be interesting.
I'm very worried, so I will move as quickly as I can towards them.
Okay. I don't think you were actually too far away from the tavern. So if you say you moved your full move last time, and you move your full move this time, you can probably make it at least to like the little garden area in front of this little house. You see little bits of debris still raining down from around where windows used to be.
And
you can probably see 4 shapes moving inside.
4. It's only supposed to be Sam and Kai in there, and I will yell for them. Sam, Kai, are you okay? What's going on?
I think Sam is just going, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
I can probably hear that. You're pretty attuned to them right now.
Yeah.
So that makes it the Hector's turn. I have one running away for his entire turn. It can, in fact, move through creatures and objects as if they were difficult terrain, so it's just going to go full bore.
Back to the shadows.
I'm going to roll a percentile die and see if it comes out the side where Pris is. Since you're easily 30 feet away from Samantha
Great.
right now.
Wonderful.
Do you think a high roll would be good for you or a low roll would be good for you?
What?
Say low, say low. She's been rolling like dynamite today.
I don't know. With Anik, it's hard to tell. Low?
You are not faced with a specter right now.
Oh, okay.
The other one, however, is still hanging out with Sam and Kai in this house. And by hanging out, I mean actively trying to murder them. Because, you're trespassing. They live here. Not cool, you guys. And currently, even with Kai being all gruff and wildernessy, they still think Samander is by far the greater threat. So they're gonna go and attack Sam.
Disadvantage.
Duly noted. Saved yourself again. How many of those do you get?
4 per day.
4 per day. Nice. So I will get you eventually. That's good to know.
I mean, you're probably gonna get me on my turn, but that's okay. I factored that into my knowledge bank, if you will.
It is your turn.
I'm gonna move away from this guy at least 10 feet so he can swing at me if he wants.
He would absolutely love to.
I'm betting he'll hit me, but that's okay.
He would absolutely love to hit you. Let's find out. That is very cocked. Stay on the desk. I left my rolling tray downstairs and it's starting to annoy me. The lowest one is a 17.
That will hit.
Let me grab these 3d6s with your name on it. Ah, you're a cleric. You made a hit points. Sorry, you're a wizard. You're super squishy. I'll get it right one day. Your class is just very confusing to me. That is 7 points of damage.
And I need to make a Constitution saving throw.
You most certainly do.
Nice. That is a I have a +1 in Constitution. That's a 15.
That is a pass.
Hey.
They're just
Sweet.
little baby ghosts, you know? You can even meet these in Phasmophobia. Alright, you're booking it 10 feet away.
And then I spin around and you know how like the lights of this town have been kind of floating in the air?
Yep.
I wave my staff around, the bottom tip of it still glowing with like the luminescent radiance from where I slammed it down, and I twirl it above my head and I seemingly like grab a light that has been floating around the town and start whirling it at the end of my staff and launch it. I'm gonna upcast Guiding Bolt at it at 2nd level. And I'm gonna use my Viewer Inspiration for this attack.
Nice.
Does a nat 20 for a 26 hit?
I think it will.
Alright, so that's 5d6 radiant damage. So that is 10, 14, 18, 19 damage for a total of 38? Right?
Yeah.
19 plus 19, yeah, 38 radiant damage.
38. Alright. How do you kill this specter?
So that light from the end of my staff kind of forms like this beam as I let it loose full throttle. Like, you know those like, I don't know what they're called, but they're like when you have a stick and it has like a little cup, like a ball on it tied with a string, you have like the little barrel. It's kind of like that, except I let it go and like as if the string broke from a tether and
I
it
think
just
what
shoots.
you're describing is too American for me. I'm so confused right now.
So anyways, this beam of light just shoots through the specter, and these kind of rivulets of light begin cracking along its incorporeal form, and then it just kind of explodes in like a shimmering shower of sparks.
Nice. Do you want to do anything else with your turn? Like free action to victory dance or...
Oh, absolutely. Sam goes, wizarding!
Perfect, thank you. Welby.
Yes, so after that, I'll look at the wisp. You think you can show me how to stop people from getting sick?
They blink twice. Once was yes, twice was no, Lady Dame. Don't make that face at me. I wrote it down.
Thank you. I just couldn't remember.
Fair.
And so,
Sorry, your cat's just...
yeah. I mean, like, do you think my friends are safe?
They blink twice.
Oh no. Oh my god.
There he is. So we're just gonna move on to Kai while Wild deals with his cats some more.
We did get a pet the pet.
We did get a pet the pet, so grab him and pet him again while we move on to Kai.
Sorry, Sam moved 10 feet away from me, is that correct?
Yes,
Yeah,
he did.
I moved like 10 feet away from the ghost that I just.
Okay. Can I attack it now?
That one died.
Yeah,
You can. The other one's
just
gone.
beat it up.
Oh,
It's.
alright.
I think it left the house. I didn't pay attention which way it went. Maybe jump through the window. I don't know.
I will take an attack opportunity as I move away from... Actually, no. I will... Actually, yes. I will take an attack opportunity as I move away from the ghost towards Sam.
I don't think it can because I killed one of them.
It got utterly
then the other one ran
destroyed. There
away.
is nothing to attack of opportunity you.
We're
Okay.
winning this fight. We're
You
winning
are.
it.
There is another one, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but
it's still running from turn undead, so it went through the walls and ran away.
Oh,
So
Look,
it's
it
like
has
30
a
feet away.
fly speed of
Sorry.
50 feet, okay? It uses its full movement to move away. It is far away right now. Not necessarily it's not coming back, but for now, far away.
Then Kai will probably move as far as they can using dash downstairs and kind of out of the house, since the house is not where they want to be right now, since they
Right.
can't go through walls.
Let's
get out of here.
You have collide with Pris, who is right outside.
Ghosts, weird shit happening. Let's get Welby.
What
I
happened?
don't know.
Okay, ghost, like, but are you okay? There were noises and I was so worried but...
Yeah, we need to move right now.
Oh, okay, where's Sam?
I don't know. Sam?
I'm okay. I killed a ghost. Well,
Sam's okay, you killed a ghost.
I mean, can you kill something that's already dead?
Pretty sure you just did.
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
I'm very happy for you and that's very impressive. Have you... Welby's not with you, right? I was gonna go find him and I thought maybe he didn't show up, did he?
Nah.
Okay.
I
let's go.
haven't seen him since we got here.
Unless he's died in the meantime.
Also possible.
Well, we should try and find him
Yeah.
regardless then.
As you're
Right.
having this conversation, Kai, because you pretty much ran into Pris, who was walking towards you. If you look over her shoulder, you don't see another specter this time. What you do see is Aveen holding a lute, wearing a leather breastplate, sort of leaning against the doorway of the inn. Gives you a nod,
Oi.
walks back inside,
What?
holding a drink.
Right, fuck yourself too.
It looked like she was...
I
She
mean,
was
let's get
holding her
into the
lute.
inn.
What?
If she thinks the inn's safe, then let's get into the inn.
We should find Welby first, though. I mean, the inn is safe. I was there, and there weren't any ghosts in the inn.
I have no idea how to tell you that he's getting himself into this shit. He's gonna get himself out of it.
You might be right, but... I don't know, I just... I figured if he did get himself into trouble and we didn't know about it, then everybody else would be upset. And I really like my new friend Davine. She's really nice, and so I don't want to make her upset by.
She just bailed on us.
But she was wearing a breastplate. That meant she was going to try and help us.
She was
but
also holding a drink and walked back into the tavern. That's not really combat ready.
I mean, do you wear a breastplate?
Nah.
I've got a shirt.
Also, skin is
I'll say Sam's coming out right about now. Sam, how long does turn on that last at this level?
For a minute. So
minute.
we could probably drop out of combat. I don't see that ghost coming back anytime soon.
Well, if you're gonna stand here and talk for a minute, it will.
No, I mean, I will totally go after that thing. Like, don't you worry. But
it's up to you, people. What are you gonna do? If you're gonna stand here for a minute, it will come back.
Within 120 feet of me currently?
I'm gonna go find Welby.
If
you want to be safe, you can go in. Hello.
If you really want to go, then let's go now.
I mean, I already told
won't.
Welby that if they get into shit, I'm not bailing them out.
I mean, yeah, but Prissy's. It's
I
not
will,
really a
every time.
bad thing that she does. It's just that she's a lot a better person than we two are. So
You two can be safe in the inn. I mean, you just fought ghosts and there was loudness and banging. I'll be fine.
Well, speaking of ghosts, I'm gonna go
if
find that
you
other
die because I was too lazy.
Well, also, there's
I'm
a
gonna-
sick girl in the house over there. Like, we need to protect them.
Oh fuck me.
So we're going to find Welby.
Yeah, let's go and get Welby. Also, Sam, where the fuck did that ghost go?
I think they're running away. It's a new magical spell I think I have. Unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna last much longer, and it probably will come back and be upset.
Right, that's the thing you could have told us like 5 years ago. Let's go.
Yeah, it's on its way back-ish.
Oh.
You know, with this whole conversation happening.
Yeah, as soon as it gets within 150 feet of me, I'm gonna move 30 feet towards it and shoot it with a guiding bolt.
All right. If you're keeping an eye out, it's easy enough to see a shadowy, cloaky figure currently hovering into the garden. It used to be a garden. It's just weeds now.
So we had specifically asked the townspeople if the owners of that house had died or if they had simply left, and they had said they had left.
Correct.
Doesn't seem
What do
like
I
they've-
know about ghosts
And
and ghouls and the like?
Make me a religion check.
Okay, that is a 8.
An 8. These things are dead, yo. You know, with rolls like that, I could be convinced you're a wizard.
Well, I know that it is dead. That's all I know. Yeah, I'm just gonna guiding bolt it when it gets in range. That's all I got. I'm gonna follow my teammates.
All right.
We're gonna transform into an elk.
You're not a new NPC. Your name is not Duke von Elkington III. I'm sorry.
What are you talking about?
There you go. Yeah, you guiding bolt. I think that's an attack roll. Graham,
What was the question?
if guiding bolt requires an attack roll, if you could please roll it for me.
Oh, of course, I'd be happy to. That is a 14.
A 14. Let me check real quickly. That will hit.
Okay.
Look, they're CR1. I don't know why you were all freaking out before the stream.
Cause we're scared adventurers that have only been on the road for 3 days.
Or you had an extra night with the harpies.
Okay, that is 15 radiant damage. And the next
15.
attack on it has advantage.
All right, it lives. Well, it unlives. It remains. It remains.
So,
Yes, it is,
really, bringing an undead creature closer to 0 is really bringing it back to life when you think about
It's
it.
basically healing.
Yep, you're definitely a wizard. I am convinced you're a wizard. Do you want a multi-class next level?
I think
We can
I
talk.
might.
We can talk.
Yeah.
On
I'm just
another note,
gonna
as
use
soon as-
the old initiatives. Unless you will insist on rerolling. Nah, you're good. So, Welby.
Alright, so I asked him if my are my friends in danger?
They blinked yes.
That's right. Oh no.
Yes, if your friends were safe, and they blinked no, basically.
Okay. Can you help me make them safe, or do I have to go find them? Oh no.
Oh, a multi-part question to something that can say yes or no. They sort of confusedly do this little disco show as they bob up and down, judging you for confusing them.
Okay. I'm gonna go find them.
Beautiful.
Can you come?
They blink twice.
No. I'll be back. Never now.
Thank you. Kai.
As soon as the ghost is within 20 feet, or I would like to just ram them, just full on
With your
try
elk
to
head.
gore them with my elk head.
Alright, so it's not currently close enough, so you're holding your action to gore them with your elk head when it gets within range.
That is a beautiful sentence, isn't it?
It really is. Pris.
So they kind of just bow their head and look really fucking angry.
Are you doing that very stereotypical thing where you're like winding up with one front
Yeah,
foot?
kind of.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah. Look, I don't want to be too judgmental, but you druids are all the same. Pris.
Pris's eyes, I can't remember if I said they glowed red last time or if they went black all over.
It went black all over.
Thank you. I play a few tieflings. They do different things when they do this.
All my gnomes are the same.
And this stream of infernal comes out of Pris's mouth as her eyes go black, and I cast Dissonant Whispers on the ghost. This is angry. This ghost is not. They made my friends upset, and yeah, that's what's happened. It's even an infernal. Pris's curses are not like totally offensive, but they sound really harsh because it's an infernal.
Fair. I get a saving throw?
You do. It's a wisdom save.
14?
14 is my DC. So
I have a
believe
14
that's
plus
successful.
nothing.
So I believe a 14 saves because that's my DC, but they still take half damage.
All right.
I rolled really. Why couldn't I roll like this in 10 candles? That's
Because it was always going to be a drama.
half of 17.
Well, that is a good roll.
2 6s and a 5. Yeah, on 36.
I have to do math now, so that's 8.
Yeah.
I have to do more math.
I should say that's psychic damage.
Yeah, I have 1 hit point. All right, that does make it my Spectre's turn. So it does hover closer in order to touch Kai. So I'm gonna say you attack each other. Because his attack goes off the second I touch you, basically, because I'm gonna life drain you while you're goring me. So you roll, I roll, and we'll see what happens. I have 1 hit point. There's a bag of hit points in front of me. Of course I'm gonna see what I can get. 19 to hit you.
19 to hit you.
Beautiful. Let's see if you can drain more hit points than I can heal.
That's 9 hit points.
All right. That's 12 hit points. So I lose 9, I gain 12, I had 1. You know, no one told me there was this much math in this game.
Who put this math in my TTRPG?
I know, right? I sometimes really miss 10 Candles in Ryutama because they're like, math? Huh? Perfect.
Math in this economy? What?
Do I look like a capitalist to you? Anyway, I think I have 3 hit points. I might have 4. Screw it. I'm still alive. Undead. I remain. I am here.
The elk also remains.
4. The elk also remains. Oh, beautiful. But that included your movement, I think, because you were running at the specter to gore it, so it is still a bit away from the rest of the party. Sam, it is your turn.
I begin swirling my staff like I did before, and like my staff starts to glow and then sputters out like a flashlight on its last battery. Just
Did we mention 10 candles too much? Is this just going to be a thing now?
no. Just light wizard and out of juice. So I look at my staff with a look of betrayal, like it's let me down, and I'm gonna run up and try to hit this thing.
Beautiful. Please do.
Does a 21 hit?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Obviously.
What even quarterstaffs do in melee? 1d6 plus 1 damage. Okay. That is 5 bludgeoning damage.
From a non-magical weapon, I believe. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be doing what you want it to do. Your staff sort of
Oh yeah,
it a
I
little
like
bit.
stab it through it and I start swishing it around because it's kind of like gas.
Also,
and I'm like,
remind me,
"Ah!"
Kai, I may have given you too much credit just now. Are your animal shapes considered magical damage already, or is that when you grow up? Or was it just straight bludgeoning? Because then I have a lot more hit points.
Let me see. I don't think they are. Isn't that just a moon circle specific thing?
Yeah, I don't think you're. I mean, you're magical, obviously. I just don't think you count as
I
magical
don't think
damage.
you're magical. Betrayed elk.
I think your betrayed elk is magical. I just don't think you do magical damage. And you didn't tell me a damage type. So if you do bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing, or non-magical things, I might be a little less intimidated by your magical elk.
Too many questions at once. Sorry. I don't think I do damage. Magical damage. Nope. Nothing here. Let me see. Circle of the moon. Yeah, I'm not Circle of the Moon, so I don't do magical damage with the thing. And I'm pretty sure it does bludgeoning damage. It does one of the drab damage.
One of the ones I have resistance to.
No, what are you talking about?
I mean, they have resistance.
Yes,
to just
normal
about
bludgeoning.
They have resistance to everything.
I had 9, you gained 4.
No, you had 12, I had 9, so you do 6 instead.
No, I did not do... Did I?
I have my rules still in front of me.
No, 5, 3, and 1. So did I. Because I know I have 1 hit point left, and an elk has 13.
You have 1 hit point left, I'm sorry. We were 1 hit point buddies and you didn't tell me?
Oh!
I'm so hurt. No, I went back up to 4 because of what I took from you. Alright, so 9 makes 5 because it's D&D and we're nice to each other and we round up apparently. So I have 4 more hit points, so I'm at 8. And then Sam comes in and does 2. There,
Yeah,
now I'm at 6.
5 half. Wait, do we round up or?
I've been rounding up because
so I
I
would do
always remember
3.
Pathfinder rounds down and 5th edition rounds up.
That's fair.
Okay. Now that the math is done, this feels like a math book. If an elk comes in on the 4th round of combat.
I believe you take 3 additional points of damage since I did not factor in my modifier.
But then is your modifier 6? Because otherwise I take 1.
No, my modifier is 3. So if you
take half of 3.
That's 1. Wait, do we round up?
Oh, we just said rounded up, so 2. Back down to 4.
Math is difficult, guys.
If a train leaving Detroit leaves at 60 miles per hour.
I cannot do this
How
anymore.
high is
Someone
the
please kill this
avocado?
thing.
We're trying to.
I know, that's the worst part. So Kai moved on the Spectre's turn. The Spectre moved on Kai in its own turn. That makes it Sam, who did the bludgeoning attack with his staff, brings us to Welby, who's hustling to town, I think, on your little halfling legs.
Yep. How long would it take me to get into town?
A few minutes. It's a few 100 feet, easily.
I don't know. I'm just a tiny.
Like
little
you heard
thing.
faint echoes of the boom earlier. The lights seem to be urging you on along the road.
I have nothing to speed me up, so just running.
Just running. Running. So if you're at a full run in D&D, you can run for the amount of rounds that you have a constitution bonus, and then you can move 4 times your movement speed. I think. Or am I in Pathfinder again? Might be in Pathfinder again. Did I mention I played 20 hours of Pathfinder this weekend and I'm very confused?
So I only have a walking speed of 25 feet. So
These are all jumping rules. Why do I want a jumping rule?
I mean, unless there's a specific rule I'm not aware of, would
No,
be
I think it's
dashing
path.
and your
I think
movement.
dashing, you can double it.
Yeah.
okay, so I can.
Oh, look.
So I can move.
There is no
75.
run action in 5th edition. They didn't bring it. Fine. Don't run. You can only dash. Tss. Why does 5th edition hate running? I mean, running sucks. I get it.
So dash is double my movement speed.
Tis.
Okay, so I can move 75 feet per round with move and dash, right? 'Cause you
I
have a,
think you do 50 because your move is 25 and then your dash is... I'm getting a phone call and I think I need to answer this. If you can play amongst yourself for a second.
Sure.
Do-do-do.
Kai, how are you doing? How are you all right? I don't know what I expected.
You know, I was kind of hoping he'd be able to talk in that form, but clearly that's not the case.
No, I mean, I don't know too many animals that can talk.
That's fair, I don't either. Parrots can talk! Or so I've read.
Wait, this gave me a brilliant idea. My adventuring senses are tingling. Okay, Kai, if you can do this form multiple times, if I get on back of you, I can shoot that light glowy thing out of my staff, and then you plow into them. I think it's really cool. I think we can do it.
That sounds like something adventurers would do.
Oh, it's like jousting, but with magic. Because I'm a wizard and everything.
I like this plan. I like it a lot.
If only I knew how to ride a horse. Or an elk.
I don't think it's that hard. I mean, I've never tried because I didn't have a horse girl in back in Affinwood, but
And I rode
I'm
it
sorry,
in a
who's
wagon.
riding who?
Well, we
Did I,
pitched that Commander
did I
rides
drop in
on...
back in time? Like, just in time?
you came back at the perfect time.
So Samantha would like to.
Wow, this sleepover is going exactly where I thought it was going to go.
We have fun here.
Alright, Welby's going to be a few minutes regardless, basically, of how fast he runs, because hundreds of feet. Kai, it's your actual turn.
I can't cast spells. I can't do shit. Fuck it, I've got 1 hit point. I'm gonna try to trample the spectre in front of me. So, gonna go on my hind legs and start just beating the shit out of the spectre with my hooves.
I like how you go beating the shit like you're a kangaroo, and I'm just watching you bitch slap a smoky spirit.
They're not used to being an elk. This is very new for them.
I know.
That is ironically 8 points of bludgeoning damage, which reduces to 4.
Would you like to roll to hit first?
That is true.
Look, I know I'm messing up today, but that doesn't mean you get to do the same. Some of us have to be good at this game, and it's not me.
It isn't me either, obviously. That is a very good point, because I just rolled a natural 1.
Well, I don't
Just
think
do
you're
damage.
bitch slapping this spectre at all. I have this
Kai is
distinct
very
issue
confused by the conversation they just had.
as you're trying to rear up onto your back legs, you realize you really haven't done this before. You haven't really been... Like, last time you were an elk, all you did was scream. And actually, having 4 limbs to control instead of 2 turns out to be a little harder than anticipated. You sort of half stumble, half fall away from the spectre a little bit. Not far enough that it's going to be a problem for movement, but yeah, Pris and Sam, you sort of see Kai have some sort of moment and then land and look like they meant to do that.
As their bonus
Angrily.
action, they're going to put all 4 hooves on the ground and look a little bit scared.
Perfect.
That's
Chris.
it. That's my bonus action.
Oh man, that first ghost went so well, you guys.
Yeah.
I ain't
this
afraid of no
one's going-
ghosts.
I know what you're talking about. This one's fine.
Hey ghost, it's
Um,
me, ya boy.
Let's see. What else do I want to do? I have such. All right. Oh, I can't do this without. I have. Pris starts thinking about busting out with a high note, but then realizes that I don't know if I've done this before or not, but like is afraid of hurting her friend's ears, so she's not going to do that. So we're going to yeah, we're gonna her eyes go back to normal though, and she just just going to call the ghost, tell the ghost to leave my friends alone, you big ugly shadow awful thing, and cast vicious mockery.
All right.
Which
Do I
is another wisdom
save?
save.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
I had to double check. 10.
Oh! Hooray! For 3 points of psychic damage.
I go back down to 1 point. Maybe if that insult had just a little more bite, it was like a little more thought out, but for now it still hovers angrily around Kai.
This is not used to insulting people.
Not technically a people anymore. I do, however, have my turn now, and there's an angry, confused, scared, clumsy elk in front of me who had the audacity to try and gore me. So,
There's also a really scared wizard.
yes, but you're a little further away, and Kai tried to put, like, full-on antlers inside, and it's just a little... Like, I know you did, like, the swirly thing, and it's kind of gross, but...
Doesn't Vicious Mockery also give disadvantage or something?
Does it?
It for sure does. Actually, good
Bam!
catch.
I do know the rules!
Vicious
Damon,
don't need to
Mockery
roll.
with a fail gets disadvantage on the next attack
Famous
roll.
last words. So, you take away my natural 20,
Ha-ha!
and you give me a 17.
Oh.
That does hit,
well.
but it is not a natural 20.
Fine, I get it. There we gonna grab different d6s. These ones have been rolling terribly. Oh, and this one.
You don't need to.
I have my complete blue palette out today so I can pick and choose as much. So, one terrible, one really good, so it kind of averages out, and another one just really average. I think this is the most average roll I could have made for 10 points of necrotic damage. 6, a 1, and a 3.
Kind of pauses and reverts back into Kai very quickly.
And in that case, you can make your Constitution saving throw as Kai.
Yes, which ironically gives me more bonus than the Uncaged. Oh, it's still terrible because that's a 4.
Oh, that is terrible. So your hit point maximum is reduced by 10 points.
Would it be 9 since I only took 9 in my original form?
No,
I have no idea how this
it's all
works.
damage taken.
Okay.
And if it's wrong, we'll fix it next time.
It's just 1 point, so it doesn't really matter.
1 point.
Just wanted to
I
know.
mean, I've been on 1 point for 3 rounds. At some point, that 1 point becomes very impressive.
Somebody just fucking kill that thing.
Sam, this might be your moment to save the day again.
All right. Well, you know, it worked kind of sort of last time, and you know what they say: when you got no spell slots, what do you really got? And
gonna use
that
it as a
is
rhetorical
a
question.
15 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. Big numbers.
Anything higher than a 2.
Well, that's a 7.
Oh, there you go. You actually bash a specter to death. Would you like to describe what it looks like when a
Oh god.
light wizard, who is
Light
out
wizard.
of juice, punches a specter to death with
Yeah,
his
yeah.
stick?
So Kai gets hit, and that's scary. And this was supposed to be a nice, calm night with minimal ghosts. And I will just... I'm still doing the swirling motion, because, you know, I can't tell... Like, this thing doesn't bleed. You can't tell if it's working. So I really
No,
just, like,
it's just
frantically start
smoke.
going up and down, like... "Ah!" And it just kind of, like, fades away and, like, sputters out.
Alright, it sputters out and we are out of initiative. Well done. You live!
Alright, let's
That-
go and get Welby. Well done, Sam.
Okay.
That was impressive, actually.
I
Let's...
think I need to sit down.
Yeah. Where the fuck is Welby?
I don't know.
Do-
Bloody hell.
Does it look like the people in the house that had the sick daughter have heard the commotion? Because we did pick a house that was closest to them.
When you went to start your sleepover, their shutters were open, but their curtains were closed. If you look over their house now, the shutters are closed, and there seems to be a piece of wood barricading the door.
You know, honestly, I don't blame them.
Yeah, no, it's fair.
Oh,
We're
dear, 'cause
fine.
it's
We're fine.
Everything's okay.
Took care of it.
Also, ghosts can kind of walk through things, so that's actually
Are
really
you okay in
stupid.
your house?
We have iron.
Solid.
Right.
I'm going.
Is this?
I'm
I
just
was
gonna
gonna
start
say-
going. I'm just gonna walk
Where?
in a direction.
Where
Yelling,
are you going?
Welby!
Wait, I've got a better idea. I just need... If something freaky happens, I need one of you to watch me back.
Always.
Alright. I mean, I think this is gonna work, so... And they turn back into a dog. Which I heard were good at tracking people.
And it also is a massive attractant for Welbies.
Mhm.
That is true. Oh, we just might get mauled again.
What could possibly go wrong with this plan?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely
When you
nothing.
ask
So,
that.
as a dog, can you make me a survival check to see if you can sniff out Welby?
Can I make
Who
a
is
perception instead?
Sure.
Since
Sure. Go on.
Since I have a feat for that. Oh, that's terrible. It's a difficulty, guys. That is a 14. That took much longer than it should have.
It did. It's okay. You know the rules. You're fine. You start sniffing out Welby, and you find a trail that he left a few hours ago, as he started heading towards this henge. And as you confidently point your nose in that direction, and the group, or at least Pris, prepares to follow you. I'm not sure Samander is coming with you. As Pris starts to follow you, you actually see Welby come sprinting up the road with his little legs, looking very concerned for you.
Kai makes an excited dog noise and then immediately regrets all of their life decisions.
Please, so Swapper, what does an excited dog noise sound like?
Oh.
Thank you. Look, Welby's already forgotten he has a high-pitched voice. I have to get my kicks from somewhere in this group. So happy reunion. Welby's reunited with Pris and Kai.
Welby, are you okay?
He's like, oh my god, you guys are alright. The wisp told me that y'all were in danger, but you all seem fine.
I mean, so Sam and Kai found some ghosts, and that they tried, but they took care of them. They attacked them, and I mean, so everything's okay, I think, unless there's more ghosts, which I don't know. I don't know if this is like a regular occurrence here or not. But are you okay? I was so worried that because you went off by yourself and.
Yeah, I was over and checking the graveyard, and I talked to the nice caretaker, and she was nice. And the wisps were very helpful. Want to go meet my new wisp friends?
The wisps were helpful. Helpful with what?
Well, I just, we were. I was asking them about the town, and they were saying yes and no, and I started making grave markers for all the unmarked graves.
Oh, Welby, that's so nice.
Yeah. Were the ghosts that you met nice?
No, not even a little bit.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
They hurt Kai and Sam, I think. Although Sam looked okay, kind of.
No. Welby's
Even
gonna
get through my temp HP.
start edging towards Kai and try to pet them.
Hey, Welby, remember. Kai bites.
Oh yeah.
Kai, it's okay.
He's gonna keep trying.
It's okay, Kai. It's gonna be fine. I mean, I would. I wouldn't mind talking to the wisps, but I think Kai and Sam looked a little tired. I don't know. Kai, do you want to talk to the wisps?
Kai just points their snouts in the direction the inn lies in, and very urgently moves in that direction, but not really moves away from the group.
Let's say, with your dog perception and your super sensitive nose, as soon as you point your snout towards the inn, you catch a whiff of something. It's actually several things. There's some hot cocoa, there's some mulled wine.
Do you all need my help?
Kai wants to go back to the inn. Maybe you can tell us what you learned from the wisps. Back at the inn.
I mean, still.
You're muted.
Did the cat hit one of the buttons?
No.
Oh, we hear you now. There it is. I had that the other day. Every time I unmuted myself, it took Zoom like 4 seconds to realize I had in fact unmuted myself.
Well, I kind of wanted to finish helping the wisps out.
That was the last we ever saw of him.
Maybe you can. I'll, I'll finish that, and maybe I can get Kata to come into town and talk to you all. I mean,
Who's Kata? Is that the...
the gravekeeper.
Oh, okay. I'll... Kai, why don't you and Sam go back to the inn and get some food and get some rest? And I mean, I'm sure it won't take Welby and I very long.
Kai
we
makes
can
big
come
eyes
too.
at Sam.
I don't think I'm allowed in the inn.
Oh, right. You have the thing.
It's fine. I'm just gonna go back to the house. I'm sure there's no more spirits. No?
And points him to the direction of the inn.
I'll just go to the temple. The temple. We should all go to the temple. It's very, very dangerous, and I think going together as a group is in our best interest.
Okay. I like that better anyway.
As we're walking, I'm gonna start writing notes in my journal. And if anyone looks, it says Samander, Slayer of Spirits, Fey Friend. And I'm writing down titles.
God, you're like that girl in high school who has a crush and keeps writing Mrs. and then his name with little hearts around it. Only yours are little suns and arcane symbols.
Oh, yeah.
Be more narcissistic.
Whoa, I am just writing all of the adventures I've done and the titles I've claimed through
If you
victory.
want him to be less of a narcissist, maybe make sure he doesn't get every killing blow.
I didn't kill the Dryad.
True.
The Harpies did.
Exactly, they deserved that.
They really did.
Sure did.
It's not my fault that wizards are the antithesis of the undead. When you think what beats undead, you think wizards.
Yep. 100%. All right. Heading towards the temple.
Yep. I would like to keep my eyes out as we're walking for any other specters or malevolent, undead, or spooky things.
Oh man, you were doing so well until spooky things. This whole fucking town is spooky.
There's
Are
so much
all of the doors
spookiness.
boarded up?
No. They do all have those iron horseshoes, and some of them have salt lines on windowsills.
Okay, yeah, I guess I would just be looking at the ones that we know people were living in. And like...
They don't all have like functioning shutters, but the ones that do have shuttered, some of them have, in addition to the iron horseshoes over the door, have carved wooden symbols on the... what's the English word? The highest point of the roof at what you would consider the front of your house. We call them steeple signs, I think. Yeah, they have these elaborate carved wooden markers that look like wards. The lights are still hovering around in the road. Most of them are either at the henge or near that swamp. And you've heard about the ones in the quarry. So there isn't as many lights on the road right now. So it's also just darker here.
Light cantrip.
Look at you, you're not out of juice at all, you light lizard you. Hang on, I have to help my dog out. There you go. I don't want to hear you again.
That was practically all the magic I have at my disposal.
It was very impressive how you took out that last one with your staff, though. You're very strong, Sam.
I don't think I'm very strong. I think I'm very lucky. If Kai had not been there, I probably would have been dead. Also, I have bark skin still, right? How long does that last?
No, a minute.
A minute, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Kai is pretty capable, so that makes sense.
There isn't a single person here that I wouldn't feel more comfortable in their protection than Kai.
So why did the spirits attack you?
I didn't
That's a
stop
good
to
question.
I didn't stop to ask them. They attacked suddenly. Kai and I had checked to make sure that the owners of the house that we were staying in hadn't died. They had simply moved. Whether that was a lie or whether I don't know. I know that spirits and ghosts are dead,
Well, maybe the
and that is
spirits,
the only thing I know about them.
Maybe the spirits were living there, and you just broke into their house.
Well, I mean, they're not living there. They're deceased.
Well, maybe they were deceased there, and you just broke into their house.
But why are they still here? Isn't the point of a temple and
Did
the
you
like
ask?
to move spirits on? Like the will-o-wisps?
Did you ask them? why
Wasn't
they were
that our
still
entire goal? The reason we came here was to help
there?
them
Yeah,
move on?
But I mean, if you don't ask, they can't tell you.
Well, I would rather not ask when something's trying to kill me.
True.
Well, maybe we can ask Aveen to see if that's normal, or if they've had these ghosts before. I mean, we've talked about the will-o-wisps, but those looked different. I mean, or ask your new cleric friend about them.
Yes, we should speak with this cleric.
So let's say as you're approaching the henge, even though Gratad only needs to trance a few hours a night, she has gone to bed at this point. Somewhere after the deafening boom, she decided it's been quiet long enough. They're probably okay or dead, in which case, deal with them in the morning. And she is inside a little hut on the area outside of the wooden henge. The wooden henge is only graves and orchard. The temple itself is not in the wooden circle.
Are the will-o-wisps still there?
Yes. There might be one or two fewer.
Then I'll run up to the will-o-wisp and go, hey, look, I brought my friends. You should go say hi to my friends. These are my other friends. This is Pris and Kai. Is Kai still in dog form?
Unless 2 hours have passed.
This is Kai. Kai's a dog.
You're still a
now.
dog.
What? And Kai's not always a dog, but right now they're a dog. And this is Sam. Sam's a wizard, but he also knows how to heal people.
Hello?
You sort of bob up and down a little bit. I like how your web captioner censored healing.
Nice!
Healing is a dirty word in this household.
Yeah. How many will-o-wisps are there?
About a dozen.
Okay. Did you all live in this village?
They blink. No.
Hi.
Well,
what
what does
was
blinking once mean?
One means yes, 2 means no. And I think when I spoke to Kata earlier, she said most of these here were adventurers who came to town.
Adventurers and
Adventurers.
travelers. Just random travelers.
Did you go to the mine?
They blink twice.
That's no.
It is.
twice as no?
Did you go to the swamp?
They blink twice.
Did someone in town kill you?
Most of them blink twice. One of them blinks once.
Okay. The one that blinks once. The person who killed you, are they still in town?
They'll blink. Oh, this is really hard. If you're dead, are you technically still in town? They'll blink.
So, I mean,
they'll
if the
blink
person...
twice. They'll
Okay,
blink
okay.
twice.
So, the person that killed them is no longer present. Okay.
Correct.
Which is great.
Like, they're buried here, so they're pretty fucking close, but
Yeah.
they're not alive.
Right. Do you know what's happening to the children in this town?
They blink twice.
Okay.
Well.
Is there something or someone forcing you to stay here?
They blink once.
Is that person alive in the town?
They blink twice.
Can you lead us to that person tomorrow night?
So twice is no. So the person's not in town.
Right.
So they cannot lead you to a person that is
Well,
not in
my goal was that
existence.
they lead the... Well, if they're... Oh, well, if the person is dead, yeah, but I meant, like, if the person is not located in
It wasn't,
town.
but I think we're getting confused. It's not a person in town keeping them here.
Right, that was
But
my
they're
assumption.
stuck in town.
Oh. I don't know anything about ghosts.
They are stuck. It's not a living person doing it right now.
Okay.
Is that
Do any of you have
interpretation?
any questions? I feel like I've been talking a lot and I literally am getting no information that I need.
Well,
They don't really
Try an
talk.
EMF reader.
This is a spirit box?
Sorry, please keep going.
so Welby, what were you doing for the wisps?
Oh,
You said you were helping them.
I was making grave markers for them so that I don't know. I felt like the adventurers and travelers deserved grave markers too. You know, because everyone else had them. And look, I was making these fancy symbols just like everyone else has.
I can help. I'll help with that. I don't know if I have any. I don't know if I have any other questions, really, if they don't know how to help the kids. I mean, I'd love to help them with whatever's keeping them here in town, but I think that's a really nice gesture to give them a place.
Yeah. I turn to the Wiz. Like, do you think the grave markers are helping?
They blink once.
Hey.
Hey!
All right. Yeah. Hopefully we can finish this tonight, and maybe the town will get a little better.
Maybe. And then we should really go to sleep if we're gonna go to the mine tomorrow, because I hate to say it, but Sam and Caillou look a little tired even in doggo form.
Yes, I am really tired. And I don't know what's going on in this town, but here are my notes, Pris. And I hand my notebook to you. If you're staying up, this is what I've gathered in the information that Kai and I had talking to the villagers. I know that you were hanging out in the inn, so I wanted you to have all the information we got from questioning
Okay,
villagers to
wonderful.
left. Don't go past page 3.
What's past page 3?
If you have to ask, you don't need to know.
Anatomically correct drawings.
Medicine stuff.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I will keep that in mind.
Were you writing adventures?
Making a mental note to definitely read the whole book.
Are you writing an adventure too, Sam? Just don't want.
No, I'm Well, it's more of a biography. I hope that if I die being an adventurer, someone will find this and publish it, and see how cool we all were, and how adventurous we were.
Oh. Wait, so you're only gonna publish it if you die?
Well, if I live, then I can publish it, but 2 birds, 1 stone.
Maybe don't die.
I mean, that's the goal every day.
Okay. Well, you should get some rest, though.
Okay, so we have Pris and Welby making gravestones. And Sam and Kai, where are you going?
I'm going to the church, and I'm going to go to sleep in the church.
All right.
That seems like the safest place.
Kai, are you sleeping in the church as well?
Yeah, same. Unless we get interrupted, they will also go to the church and kind of just curl up on the ground. But since the wall shape doesn't last that long,
You're gonna wake up cold and stiff,
yeah, not just that. I imagine them.
but not dead.
kind
No,
of-
no. I have a blanket. I'll throw like a blanket over my shoulders and like over Kai,
Aw.
so we can just like lean up against the wall, and I think we're like just like propped up.
Cute.
Like when you're waiting at a
somewhere-
convention or for like a midnight release of a video game or a movie, and you're just kind of like take a nap.
I honestly just bought inflatable lounge chairs. Like game changers. You can literally sleep on those. Anyway, having said that, and having determined where our group is going, and with Wild's camera being vandalized again, we're gonna go to
One more
break.
thing,
Fine.
One quick
10
thing.
seconds. Go.
Which is, as they transform back, they kind of wake up, and if anybody would bother to see, they look very regretful and very sad about that fact as they drift back into meditation sleep.
Trancing as well. All right. I'm sorry, I can't get over the cat headbutting the camera completely out of the way again. We're gonna go to break. I have to let my pets probably out into the garden for a little bit. So 15-minute break. And we'll be back. And yeah, I think we'll be going to that mine. I'm excited. I hope you are. Maybe it's
Yep,
because I
super thrilled. Super
Super
it's gonna be
thrilled.
You
great.
know what
It's
we
gonna be
could have called this session? A minor inconvenience.
great. Wow.
Wow.
No.
No.
Wow. You know,
I mean, how about you go to the mine and then see how you feel about that name?
I have so many conflicting feelings about that joke. Let's just go to break.
Let's just go to break.
I caved under pressure.
You did. It's fine.
Alright.
See you in 15 minutes, friends.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
How close
Oh,
can I get
it's-
Swapper to cry over bad puns?
I have no tears.
Your madness is. Welcome to our Patreon. Here on Open for Adventure, we are making high quality Dungeons and Dragons content, folks. We have a great big world to share with you, and by becoming a patron, you can help us explore and expand upon this adventure. With your support, we can invest in more amazing artwork, better mics, fancy cameras, and overall stream quality. Not to mention, help us get some amazing new merch that we can use for giveaways. What do you get by becoming a patron? I'm so glad you asked. Let's take a look at the different levels and give you a sneak peek at what you can get at each tier. Did you know that the family of the First Lord Theo, the leader of the rebellion against the Empire, actually invented firearms nearly 25 years prior to the current campaign? The designs for this high-tech weapon are the Delaney family's best-kept secret. Also, they were originally invented by the late First Lady Victoria, Theo's mother. Access to lore leaks like this is what you can expect from the first tier, written in blog-style posts after each weekly session. Ever wondered what goes on off-camera? The next 3 tiers give you exactly that. With Stolen Moments, you can get access to text-based roleplay moments, highlighting experiences that don't make it onto the stream, like Leona's training session with Ray and Asmrin. Stolen Moments Plus gives you access to roleplay moments featuring our guests, non-player characters, and historical figures, featuring the likes of Marshall, Annalena, and even the Empress herself. And Roleplay Addiction takes us to a whole other level. This tier gives you exclusive 30-minute videos of canon interactions not otherwise seen on stream, like late-night drunken interactions between paladins or tender moments featuring your favorite character ships. The Warm Fuzzies is super simple. It's everything I've listed so far, and also you get your name on stream after our weekly regular sessions. Every session. And our undying love. And finally, the most epic of all Patreon tiers. Drum roll, please. The Lore Master. This ultimate and final tier gets you first look access at all of the content going into our upcoming, official, open for adventure campaign setting. Lore, maps, monsters, items, dungeons, dragons. Go ahead, have a look around, make yourself at home, and consider becoming a patron to help us make this fantasy world a little bit closer to reality.
Oh, hi! My name is Express Love. I'm the Senmarian god of coffee. Did you know that in Senmaria, every cup of coffee is made with found familiar coffee beans? That's canon. In Senmaria, every cup of coffee is good coffee because it's made with love by found familiar. Did you know that every bag of found familiar coffee features artwork from incredible members of the tabletop gaming community? That's canon. Each blend and roast of found familiar coffee features cool D&D names like Thieves' Cant, Face Step, and Pact Magic. In Senmaria, every royal meeting that Ray attends features the Cartographer's Blend, a brew of coffee made by found familiar in conjunction with Devon Rue. Now that's canon. Found familiar coffee. Buy it today.
Emoji. Dog emoji. Oh crap! Hello and welcome back to a group of complete idiots who were playing with the emojis in Web Captioner after we discovered it doesn't just do bird emojis, but it also has cat emojis, dog emojis, and peach emojis.
And pizza.
And I'm not even gonna go there. So, before we go back into our serious mode, because God knows I'm still laughing, now might be a good time to shout out our Warm Fuzzies. I know some of you are out there, and we love all of you. So we're gonna do this. All right, everybody ready? Cause the first one up is actually one who's already. We're not ridiculous, Eva. I'm doing a professional thing right now.
Don't worry about it.
Wait, are we gonna do any gimmicks? I feel like we should do a gimmick when we do. We need to do something special. Last time was like we can't do like rumpa pum pums, or what did we do last time though?
Last time you tried to do.
You could just read them out in
I think we could just
standard
read the
Weatherman
Warm
voice.
Fuzzies,
Yeah,
and then we
just
can
read the Warm
shout.
Fuzzies.
But I want to be unforgettable. I want.
You
to...
already are, Graham. You don't need a gimmick to be unforgettable.
That's what they are.
Can I
Anik,
please
distract
read the
us.
Warm Fuzzies?
Who is all first?
Do it.
Thank you. Okay. Wait, I'm the host. I can mute all of you. Hang on.
Oh no!
I was helping you, you traitor.
No, you're fine. Everyone else is out. We're doing the Warm Fuzzies. Bill Chavez, Christina,
Bill Chavez!
Sam,
Christina!
Quincy,
Chavez! Christina!
Quincy,
I was so
Andrew,
strong,
Patrick.
I forced my way
Wait,
through the mute.
wait, that's so quick.
Quincy! Andrew!
I can't process
Fellowship at the
it.
table, man!
Get your fellowship at the table.
Patrick!
Bam,
DJ.
yes. Wikimancer!
Whatever they just said, you're all amazing.
We love you all. I'm very sorry about all of this, but honestly, with this group, it was unavoidable, and I do not apologize because you all knew what the fuck you signed up for.
Yep.
This time it's just
For
gonna
sure
be
did.
one of us. And our next patron is
I think. Oh.
They're already done.
our most sincerest thanks.
Next time I'm gonna have little gilded envelopes in the category of Warm Fuzzy Patron. Our first nominee. Now, that will take too long, and we already take way too long because we keep getting distracted by shit like Web Captioner and cats. So we're going to go back into the game.
Cat emoji.
Thank you. Shut up. Rocks fall, everybody dies. I hope you brought backup characters.
Pizza emoji.
Yeah. Hi, I'm playing Gramander, and this is my new voice. I'm a wizard who thinks he's a cleric.
Alright. Darlings, my loved ones. After a long rest, after numerous new gravestones made by Welby and Pris in the dead of night. Actually, that reminds me. Welby and Pris, did you manage to get in a long rest after all your arts and crafts? Or is it all hot glue gun burns and sadness?
Depends on how many were left.
I think Pris would have helped, but made sure to get a good night's rest.
Depending on how many were left, I mean, if there weren't that many, I would have finished up and said night and slept.
Yeah, about 5 or 6. Gravestones, not ours. Thought I'd specify before I get carried away again. Okay. We'll do the harp intro scene cut to the following morning. A watery sun rises, the will-o'-wisps disappear into the sunlight. You awaken in Kai's case with all your hit points. Congratulations. Grata is already out in the orchard, tending trees, picking fruit, making little baskets to hand out to people who might be struggling for food.
Morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
How are you all feeling?
This sucks.
Yeah.
Is the priestess there when we wake up?
For those of you who are listening to me, Grata is outside tending the orchard, picking fruit and making baskets to hand set fruit out to people who are struggling to eat.
Oh, I was hoping to catch her before she left. That's on me. She woke up before us. That's fine. Or my name isn't Samander, and I'm gonna go outside and wave her down. Hello.
Oh, hello, darling.
Sorry to, have slept in the entryway last night.
I did see. You should have come in all the way. It's much warmer. I have this sofa. I sometimes fall asleep on myself. It's really very pleasant.
It was, I
Have
wasn't
you had
thinking
breakfast?
clear.
Are you okay?
Well,
Did you
I
need
killed,
breakfast? You look
killed 2
hungry.
ghosts last night.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, firstly, food would be wonderful. Secondly, do you have time for some questions? I pat down for my journal, realized I gave it to Prius last night, and I'm like, and, also, I'm new to adventuring. Do you happen to have any gear for new adventurers that may be investigating the mine today?
Well, I've never adventured myself, but we have some things that we found.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Do you mind
You're
if I take a
basically
look at them?
directed to like the lost and found section of the temple.
That's fair.
I'm pretty sure you can find an if you're willing to do the cleaning, you can find like a chainmail shirt.
I put on the chainmail.
There's also oddly, randomly unassorted pieces of what probably used to be like full plate mail, but it looks to be about the size of someone maybe a little smaller than Welby.
Okay.
And then
And
there's
it's just pieces?
clothes and shoes and scarves and mittens and broken toys.
Okay.
For some reason, kind of a spiky collar.
I'll grab the spiky collar. You never know when that's gonna come in handy. I'll grab some of the toys. And the small, like, half plate. Is it, like, just in sections?
No, it is a god-awful mess, and this takes you ages to sort through.
Oh, well, I mean, like, for the half plate itself, like, are the metallic parts connected, or is it just, like,
No.
scattered? Okay,
It's
I would take
just-
small pieces that looked like they could be maybe sewn into leather armor for, like, additional
Okay.
padding. And that's what I'll do. I grab a toy for Welby. I grab a toy for, gosh, I have her name. I know her name. Her name is Briddick. And I grab a toy I don't know the grave of the kid yet, but also so I grabbed 4 toys total. 1 for the grave of the kid that passed away, 1 for Briddick, 1 for Welby, and 1 for the missing kid, so if we find them and they may be stressed out or afraid, I have something to give them to maybe calm them down. And then I'll grab the collar. I don't really know what that's for, but it kind of looks like a weapon.
Sure.
So put that in the pack.
Yep.
And thank you. Do you mind if I ask you the questions now? Now that I've thank you.
Have you
by the
eaten?
way.
Do you want to ask go for breakfast? I have tea.
Is Kai still here?
Did Kai go anywhere?
No, they didn't. Just kind of, as they woke up they found Sam missing. They're just kind of stumbling out right now. Sam, why the fuck are you? I'm so goddamn hungry. Like you wouldn't believe.
Over here.
Hello. Morning.
Oh, also, it's nice to meet you. My name is Sam. That is my friend Kai.
Oh. Hi.
Sorry,
But
you
came
can do
in
your
with
own
a dog
introductions.
yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, I was the dog.
Oh, that's great. Is that why you took the collar?
What?
No.
He grabbed one of the collars we have in storage. I assumed it would be for his dog, but since you're not you know what? Whatever works for you two. I'm going to make breakfast.
I have to.
And she turns around
This-
and she goes to take the kettle out of the fireplace and
Pris,
steep the
Pris.
tea.
I mean, I thought it was a weapon, like a flail. I don't know adventuring weapons.
Kay's already gone. They've
Yeah.
gone to Chris.
Anyways, so I will sit down for breakfast,
Mhm.
and
It's
So-
a very vegetarian-based breakfast.
that's fine. I grew up in like a elven kind of household. I'm used to this. I'm like, oh, lima beans again. All right.
I mean, it's an elven cleric, so you have a lot in common, including, in this case,
Being wizards.
the food pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you've been in this town a while, correct?
Oh, as long as I've been alive, really. I was born here. I took over the upkeep of the temple from my parents, who took over from their parents, and, you know, it's just been us since the start.
And what are your duties within the town?
Oh, I don't really have anything to do with the town. I only take care of the temple. So I deal with the orchard and all the fruit we grow there. We use in religious ceremonies, or we feed the poor. The town's dead are buried within the henge's circle to aid their passing unto the planes of the afterlife. And if the family so desires, during the funeral rites, I can cast Speak with Dead in case they need to say goodbye.
Is that a wizard spell?
Oh no, it really isn't.
Oh, well, I can't speak with the dead, but I can do cool things also.
I'm
Started
sure
like 4
you
days
can.
ago.
That's very impressive.
Yes, can you... I don't know how to explain it, but
Use your words.
I've been able... I mean, I've never studied magic. My mother's a wizard, but
Mama.
I met a fae, and then suddenly I was able to, you know, throw fire, create light, heal people.
Oh, you can heal people? Well, I don't know how to break this to your mother, but you're probably not a wizard then. They're
Are
not
you
usually the
sure?
healy kind. Unless you want to heal someone by smacking them with a book, but I don't think that counts.
Well, I mean, why me? How,
When you wake up in the morning, do
How-
you sit down and study your book before you feel like you can cast your spells and do your magic?
I mean, not this morning, but I mean, I don't pray to things. I don't...
Oh, praying
No, why?
isn't mandatory. Okay. If you're going to do this adventuring thing, do not let anyone convince you the whole prayer thing is technically mandatory, because you're going to run into some paladins and they're going to eat you alive. Praying can also be like meditation. Something that suits you. Not every cleric is usually we have a deity that we like and that likes us and that helps us, but it doesn't have to be that way.
I see. Why are the dead not moving on in this town?
Well, in some case, I don't think they got the proper rights. I tried my best. But that's they've been here for a while, but they've never acted like this.
Are they all buried in the graveyard? Or I talked with two of the other families, the Duggins and the Lauchlins, and they didn't seem to believe anything necessarily bad had happened recently, but we were led here by some will-o-wisps that needed help moving on, and
I do have the feeling things got worse recently. There's
And the
been
missing
some
kid?
screaming. Look, I know the parents had to give up hope. I don't think missing is the word anymore. I'm pretty sure he's dead. You don't go
Why-
missing for a month at that age and show back up happy and healthy.
miracles can happen.
True.
And
So in my experience, it's usually other people that make miracles happen.
possibly, but discounting the positive outcomes can prevent people from doing what's needed to be done to make miracles happen. If you never take a chance or take a risk to help someone, to heal someone of a dire wound, then they can't have that option for a miracle, in my opinion. If it's easy to discount and to write someone off as not being savable, not being curable, not being worthy of a hero, but to me, I think that the first step is to try and make the impossible possible. And right now there is a girl in this town that is sick, and I will save and try as hard as I can to keep her alive, because right now this town needs a hero. And I don't know anything about adventuring, and I don't know anything about magic, but I do know that if good people do nothing, then nothing good can be done. So, if you have any idea or any possible information that can help, please let me know, because I have no idea what step to take from here.
Well, I don't know what's going on any more than you do. Advise you to go look at the places where the lights seem to be gathering, because that's, I don't know, not entirely usual. I'm pretty sure you're not a wizard, though. So you just wait here a second, and I'll be right back. And she walks away, and she comes back with a fruit platter, a nice mace, well kept, doesn't have a holy symbol that you recognize, but is decorated with like floral designs and mushrooms. You already found the chainmail, so at least this might help, get you on the way. Don't have much else to give you. I told you I'm not really an adventurer, but my dad left and came back after a while, and he carried this mace, so maybe it'll serve you.
Thank you. After breakfast, do you mind showing me the rites to help spirits move on?
I would be honored.
And that's how I'm going to spend my morning.
I mean, that's fair. So Grata is a grave cleric who leans heavily on druidic tradition. So you don't get rites meant for any particular religion. It's more general. That's why she also specified whatever plane for afterlife that person had to go through. So whatever, she'll adjust her rights depending on what the person they're burying believed. So she'll show you a number of different options.
I think Sam would try to learn them all. I think that to Sam, caring for the living, caring for the dead is paramount and equal, and that he would try to memorize as many of these as he possibly can to ensure that his promise to the Will-O-Wisps can be made and completed. If there are any that he isn't suited for, he would memorize it so that he could explain it later to Kai, to Pris, to Welby. Should something happen to Sam, he would want them to be able to carry on, so he would kind of pass this on later when he regroups with them.
She's also willing to start teaching you the spell Speak with Dead. I don't think you can actually learn it yet at this level.
I can't.
But she'll start teaching you the basics, and also explain how burials are not only to help the dead pass over, but they're also for the living to say goodbye. And if you can help them with that as a cleric or as someone who is guiding them through this, that would be incredibly important, especially if a death was sudden.
Of course. Who had the note from Mortimer, or whatever their name, Melvin, or that we found on the dead body of the person that the Dryad had killed?
Remind me one more time what note you're talking about, because I know I gave you a signet ring.
Oh, yeah, the signet ring, sorry.
I don't know who's carrying the signet ring.
Maybe Pris?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
I think that Sam would also tell her about the tree and about the bodies buried there and how they kind of buried them and tried to give them as best a burial as possible, but if anyone is traveling through that is missing relatives, to just pass on that information that they've been at least avenged.
We try to do the same for those we find around the town, like the travelers. It's just such a rough terrain, and there's always a chance for an accident, and sometimes we can't find their loved ones. Those were the unmarked graves your friends found.
Do accidents happen here often?
I mean, those unmarked graves were over many, many years, but once every few years, or in a particularly bad storm, we've had part of the mountain collapse onto, a camp of travelers. That was a bad year. We've had years where nothing happens. We have travelers who are advised not to go out into the storm, but they're in a hurry and they must go, and they don't go home.
I see. Well, thank you for everything. You have been delightful, to say the least. In the past few days, it's a welcome sight to see a friendly face, and I wish I had something to give you. Let me look at my inventory real quick.
Oh, no. There's absolutely no need to give anything to an old woman who lives in a church next to an orchard.
When I leave, if there's like a donation box,
there is.
I will put 5 gold of my 15 total gold in the donation box as I leave.
Greta pretends politely not to hear the clink of gold as you walk away. All right. Rest of you. Sam's been gone all morning, leaving you to your own devices. What have you been up to? Oogie! Ga van die kast af.
I feel personally attacked.
My dog is climbing a closet right now.
Many new talents must be earned. After that weird encounter with Sam, Kai will run back to Pris, who is.
It's okay, I got her.
With Pris?
Nothing has fallen over. It's fine. I'll clean it up later.
I got a sense of violent.
This would have been. This is in the morning that you've run off.
Working.
Pris would have. Her intention was to go and spend the night in the inn, but because she was helping Welby, she probably would have spent the night closer to the church because she didn't want to go back by herself in the dark.
I mean, that's fair.
But so probably still in the church and probably just getting up since she would have stayed up a little bit later.
Okay, then Kai just comes and runs up to Pris, slightly out of bed. Pris, I've got a weird question. I think it's weird. What's up with people and collars? Like, I know collars for like dogs and shit, but what's up with people and collars? Because she was being weird about it in the way that people are, in the way that you're weird when I ask you about succubus, succubus, something.
You know. I've read this book about it. I don't know much about it, frankly, myself, but I do know that sometimes some people, at least in the books that I've read, some people enjoy feeling like they've lost control, like they're. I don't know anything about it myself personally. I've only read it in books. That
sounds confusing.
I don't.
If you've lost control, that's normally when you're falling off a cliff or something. That doesn't seem really nice.
Some people like that. To live dangerously, I guess. To feel like. I don't know. Some people like to feel like they're not in control of a situation. Kind of like some people like to jump off cliffs. Some people think that's fun. Or fair,
but
they get sort of a. I mean, I remember reading about this in one of the science books about this, like, almost like a euphoria or an adrenaline rush when you think that you might die, but you're not going to. Maybe it's kind of like that.
Oh, there's this. Oh my god, that thing kills you, or what?
The color? No. I'm just saying it might be. It's
I
a
thought
similar.
that's what the spikes were for.
No. I'm just saying
doing?
some. In general,
Alright, because to me it sounded like she was suggesting that Sam kills me with that thing.
No.
Because everybody was just kind of laughing about, like, oh, Sam. Killing people.
I was thinking it was the loss of control, like, and is similar to like jumping off a cliff. Like, you're not in control of a situation, and so you just sort of have to let whatever happens. That, I think, is why some people I hate all of you right now. But I think that's it's the similar thing where if you give in the books that I've read anyway, if you give a collar to a friend, you sort of are saying, I will take care of you so you can no longer are in control of a situation. I'm the one. I think. I mean, that's all I've read.
I'm confused.
I know. I don't know how helpful I have been.
I don't know. Want to go to the inn and grab something to eat?
Yeah, I was going to talk to Aveen anyway.
Let's go. Let's just not talk about this anymore, because you're doing the same thing that they do, which is just kind of being really irritating about it, and that's mostly when I've asked something weird and you don't want to. Anyway.
I'm sorry. Here, I might. Oh shoot, I don't think I brought that book. I have a book. When we go back to Affenwin, I'll give you a book about it. I have one.
I can't read that well.
Right. It's
But you had to read most of the shit we researched to me.
we did. You're right. Yeah, maybe I'll okay.
Let's just
Let me think about how to enter that. Yeah, and we'll just
let's just go to the inn and forget that ever happened. But
Yep. That's probably for the best.
that was all I wanted to do. That was all I ever wanted to do.
All right, one awkward conversation later that everybody thoroughly enjoyed, and that I'm glad I only typed "Place Careless Whisper" instead of trying to find the actual track, because I might have broken myself. We have Pris and Kai going to the inn. Welby,
Yes.
save the day, please. Do something sensible.
Well, we would have woken up early, have walked over to the graveyard where all the will-o-wisps were, and laid out a blanket and laid down with his storybook and started reading them stories. He's like, I can't see all of you, but I know you're there.
That is adorable. I was about to say you smell the smell of breakfast, but it's pretty uncooked, so that might be a little difficult. But breakfast is being offered both at the temple and the inn, so whenever you feel like taking a break from your stories.
I think not wanting to, well, it's been a little while, so we would probably start munching on mushrooms.
What kind of mushrooms?
My mushrooms.
Can I have a charisma saving throw, please?
I think it's better this time. Charisma?
The more you eat, the more the DC goes up, Wild.
I don't understand what you mean. Oh, that's in that one. Is it that bad?
I also rolled very bad. I'm gonna read the whole sentence on this table before I judge, because sometimes there's a twist at the end, you know? I mean, it's actually a really, really bad one for this group. Maybe I should just fudge it. Pick something cooler.
GM discretion.
GM discretion. Yeah, no, you're never gonna learn. So, Welby, as you're eating this delicious, delicious mushroom, once again, it's just an incredibly taste. It's sweet, it's savory, it's nutritious, it's like perfectly balanced for all your macronutrient needs. And you look down at your hand and your basket and just generally around you, and you have no idea how you got here. You're supposed to be in the woods around the Fonwin. You know, it's 9 days until the Harvest Festival. The hell's going on here?
What?
You lose the last 2 weeks of your memories. I also rolled a natural 1 on a D100.
Well then. jeez.
Would this be around the same time that I'm exiting the...
Yeah, he'd be
Church.
reading a lot of stories.
So I think I would just like walk out. And the graveyard is really close to the church, correct?
Sorry, can you repeat that one? I was reading something.
The graveyard is really close to the church, correct?
Yes, the church is next to the wood henge, and then the orchard and the graveyard are both inside that wood circle.
Okay, could I see Welby from where I am? Because I think Welby would be the next place Sam would be looking to go to give them the toy.
Yep, you can definitely see him.
Welby, good morning, Welby.
Hey Sam, what are you doing here?
Well, I slept in the church last night with Kai, and I just woke up, and what are you up to? I got you something, by the way, and I'll hand out a little toy.
Oh, thanks, but... No, really, why are we here? We're supposed to be at a festival.
Does Welby look like... I think that question in particular would cause Sam to be like, oh, stress. Obviously, like, you have, like, a psychological disconnect here, like, shock, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
Does Welby show any signs of shock?
Nope. His eyes are clear and bright, his gums are nice and pink, his skin looks properly flushed with blood, and you see no signs of clamminess or sweat.
Okay. Welby, the festival was several days ago.
No.
Yes, we aren't in Affenwin anymore. You joined us when Kai, Pris, and I left town after we met a nymph and saved Aliona and Brigitte from falling asleep. We fought a dryad who had gone crazy. We met some harpies. You made friends with some will-o-wisps. We followed them here to this town.
Are you sure you aren't just playing a trick on me? Cause I know people don't always like it when I go around town and, scavenging and things, but, it's all in good fun.
Welby, you know me. You know I don't lie to people. I don't know what's going on with you. But maybe you should sit. Are you sitting or standing?
When you said I'd probably stand, I would have stood up to greet you.
Okay. I'm gonna sit down and I'll motion for you to like sit next to me. And I'll take my backpack and I'll like put it on my lap and be like, if you need a pillow, like, I'm going to tell you a story, Welby. Is that okay? I know you like fairy tales and stories.
Sure. You want one from my book?
This is one that happened to us. And to you. And you were a hero. And I don't know what happened for you to forget, but maybe that's part of the story.
Okay.
And I will just go through the events of what's happened. I will call Welby very brave for trying to make the Dryad friends. I will try to be very casual about how they have wings now and can fly. I don't know how I would phrase
And technically has a high squeaky voice, but you know, that kind of dropped out. That's fine.
that. But I would go into detail about that. If Welby had any questions, I would extrapolate on them. But for the most part, I would just try to get Welby caught up to what we're doing in the village and that there is a kid missing and a very sick kid and that we're trying to save them.
So, you're saying the will-o'-the-wisps are my friends, and now you're all my friends.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and don't pet Kai if they turn into a dog.
Why not?
He'll bite you.
But dogs are for petting.
But does Kai like people petting them when... Oh, does Kai like... Yeah, them. Okay. They don't necessarily like people petting them when they're human. Or elf. Or anything. I don't know what Kai can transform into. But it's best to just assume you'll get bitten or scratched or yelled at.
Well, I can try.
I'm sorry, I'm not used to dealing with people with amnesia. This is very bizarre, and I don't have my journal or my notes.
I think there's a story in my book about this. This guy, he fell asleep for like 40 years from a magic spell, and then he woke up and he found his family and everything was happy. So, is everything better now? Because
I mean, everything's not better, but we are trying to make it better. And I will give Welby a dagger.
Oh, what am I supposed to do with this?
Hold on to it. If you ever need it, say there's something that doesn't want to be your friend and that is threatening someone else. I know you don't like violence, but I figure it's better for you to have something and not need it. And I know you have a pitchfork, but...
I do?
Yes.
What? Someone gave me a pitchfork? That's awesome.
Yeah, when you were leaving the town, you got given a lot of things by the town.
Aww. Did they throw a celebration for me when I left? Because I know everyone at the town loves me.
I would love to lie and say that they did, but they were kind of partied out after the Midsummer Eve festival.
Oh, that's true. There's usually a lot of good food.
Oh yes. But let's go find Kai and Pris. I'm sure they've got so much to talk about, and we can reconvene. And we're going to look for that missing child. I'm gonna give Welby the second toy and say, if we find the child, I think you should be the one to give them this, and because they are probably very scared.
Sure. Maybe I can read him a story, too.
That sounds perfect, and I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna go towards the inn. And the minute I get in there, I'm gonna give Pris and Kai the biggest oh shit look I can.
A very wild-eyed Sam enters the inn where Pris and Kai are having breakfast. And I don't know, Pris, are you reading the medical journal?
I for sure am.
Did you go past page 3?
Of course.
You have page 4 is a list of potential titles for adventuring accomplishments. Currently, it has Fey Friend and Slayer of Spirits written into it. Page 5 is a drawing of Rizalka. Page 6 is mostly like anatomy and medical cures for like antidotes, poultices, that kind of thing. For like the next like 10, 15 pages. What kind of drawing? Probably the drawing of her like just sitting by her stream on the night before they left Athenwin.
Nice.
When they were just sitting there and he gave her some books. And anyways, yeah, I think past that, there's probably like a bunch of notes on like their adventures and like things that have happened that were noteworthy.
While you've been reading this book, a Venus come up to you and go, I saw you and your friends handling yourself admirably last night. Figured you didn't need my help, so didn't want to go out into the cold. But okay. I don't want to sound judgmental. I know you're new to this. But maybe instead of smutty books, maybe read 1 or 2 books about tactics. And also, if you're going to go up against, the undead and the fae, maybe wear something a little sturdier, because that blouse isn't going to stop anything at all. I have an old set.
You do?
So it's super embarrassing. I got it when I first started adventuring. I was with this troop of people, and I could only join their group if I agreed to also be in theme. Okay, it was a themed group. It's pink. It is a bright pink leather armor.
Oh.
And no amount of bleaching, dyeing, and spellcasting has managed to make it not pink over the past 40 years. But you can have it. It will stop. It will, it'll protect the squishy bits a little better. But I'm warning you, it's not just like one single color of pink. It's like an ombre pink.
Okay, I appreciate. I so appreciate that. I honestly, when we set out, I wasn't planning on adventuring. I didn't bring any tactical books, but I will make sure to write that down so that when we go into town, I can find some. But I appreciate.
Maybe we wouldn't need tactical books if you just said it. Oh, by the way, Torn's fucking haunted.
Look, I didn't know that.
Pretty
I didn't know that house was haunted. I just heard something screaming, so I grabbed my stuff and my drink, and I came to see if you needed help, but you were already back outside.
I mean, what if we would have died there?
No, I came to help you. Besides, Grana's nearby.
You fucked off.
After I saw you were outside looking fine.
See, I told she was coming to help us.
I had hot chocolate and wine on the stove, okay? You were outside, you were talking. That's good enough. I didn't even see any blood.
Because
do you want the pink gear or not?
Kind of shit to your body. Actually, could we go back on that chocolate? Because that sounds like something I'd like to have. I haven't had
one hot chocolate,
years.
One set of ombre pink leather armor.
I am so grateful to you thank you for giving. I suppose it's a lot more dangerous out here than I had anticipated. So, admittedly, pink is not my. It clashes a little bit with my.
Look, it's nobody's color.
I know, but thank you so much, Yvine. That's really nice of you.
And you can add leather armor to your inventory.
Yes.
Ombre pink.
Thank you. I am so thankful for you, my generous, wonderful DM. So grateful.
Everything comes at a price. You already had a pearl.
You know what? You've given me so much already, really.
It's fair.
As soon as
I'm
Sam
not gonna
enters
complain.
the tavern,
So, caveat, I don't enter the tavern. I stop right at the cusp of the doorway, and I give you the oh shit look, and I look at the threshold, and I look at Avita. And I look at the threshold, and I look back, and I just look at my
just
journal.
come in already.
Oh, fine.
I come in.
Fine.
Immediately.
Alright, Sam, what's wrong?
I grab my journal and immediately start flipping through it to like any page that has anything on amnesia.
Actually, I was about to ask Pris to make an intelligence check while she was reading the journal. Fresh eyes and all that.
Intelligence check. That's good thing I'm good at this.
I mean, you're a librarian. Reading and books and cross-referencing is your thing.
I mean, like, I'm kind of okay at it. Intelligence check is a... Oh, that's not bad. A 13?
It's not bad. So while you're reading all of Sam's notes, after you go through all the bits you weren't supposed to look at, you go to the actual notes to try and help Sam to make sense of all of this. And while Sam was very focused on asking the right questions, you find one little piece that he seems to have missed when he was talking to the Lachlan's. The way they described I'm sorry, I keep hearing things falling. The way they described their son's illness doesn't match the other descriptions of how the illness went through other children. They're not quite the same as the symptoms you've seen in Briddick. He mentioned something about his eyes closing, whereas Briddick's eyes have been staring up at the ceiling since the very beginning. So the description is close, but not perfect. But after that, you do see Sam giving you the oh shit look as he storms into the tavern. The dog and pony.
Journal, please. Oh. Journal. Thank you. Amnesia.
Sam, I was gonna point out some. I was just reading your notes, and I was gonna. But what?
One moment. Welby has lost their memory.
What?
I'm sorry. What?
I left the temple. I found Welby. Welby didn't know what we were doing here. Thought it was going to be the Midsummer's Festival. I don't know what happened. I don't know anything. All I know is I explained as much of what's happened to us in the past 4 days as I could.
Alright, Welby, one thing.
I did say don't
try to pet me or I will bite you.
Oh. Hey, I found this pot. What does it do?
This what?
I'll bring out the bowl.
He brings out a bowl that makes magical mushrooms, and as soon as he sort of goes, "What does it do?" It goes, bloop, 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 and there's a few more magical mushrooms.
Do I need to roll an intelligence check to put 2 and 2 together and say probably was the mushrooms?
No, I think it's probably the mushrooms.
Okay.
You may want to make like a dexterity saving throws to see if you can stop him from eating more mushrooms, because I already saw a little hand going like this.
I'm going to do that.
Oh yeah. Welby, sorry. Oh, never mind. You smacked it. Good call. I'm pretty sure that's why you lost your memory.
It's saving throw or?
I think opposed dex checks.
I think that's a 14.
Okay, so Dex, you say?
Yes.
Cool.
You have to beat a 14 to eat your mushroom. I don't know if I want you to pass or fail this. Honestly,
Same. Complicated.
You said I have advantage, right? I can use that.
You have an advantage and a reroll.
Oh my gosh.
I hate
You won,
So what happens if he rolls another 1? Does he forget his entire life?
I'm gonna use them all.
It keeps going, no!
Blank slate, Welby.
Okay.
I
you
was
smack it out.
debating guidancing myself on this. Oh my god! Did you really just?
What? I failed everything.
It's a poison thing. Like you are gonna die like really horribly. It's like your blood will explode.
Oh, look at Pris. Is it really poison?
Yes.
You're not lying to me, right?
I would never lie to you, Welby.
Oh, you literally died because you ate these.
So why
Like you proper died.
why do I have these then?
Because you're horribly irresponsible.
And because your DM wanted you to have them.
Fuck you, God.
You have them because you didn't believe that they were poisonous, even though we told you that they were. But not a lot of great things have happened when you ate them.
And if you do eat them, there's a lot of rule for that. You have to stay 30 feet away from us.
But you don't want to eat them because they're poisonous.
Yeah.
Wait, have I eaten one before?
Yeah.
Yes.
They've got a weird poison that has like a little chance to kill you.
What happened when I ate it?
You died.
You died.
You died. And also blew a hole in the roof of my dad's inn. So.
Kind of why we're here. I mean, no,
Yeah.
it is, but it's kind of why you were here.
So should I just throw the bowl away then?
Maybe give it to like Sam or something, because we didn't want somebody just finding eating a mushroom and then dying.
Yeah, that might be bad too.
Yeah, I can hold on to it.
He disagrees.
Actually, maybe I should hold on to it.
That's fair. I
Even better.
No, you
But
said
all of you have
you
done
bite
that before,
Kai.
right? Yeah, I do when you try to pet me.
All right, you can hold it on to me first, Sam.
oh, thank you giving it to me. Okay. Put it in the bag, put it in the bag. It's in the bag. So anyways, Pris, you were saying about my notes. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. It has been a, what's the phrase, doozy of a day?
It's only in the morning, but I mean, I guess so this note about the Lachlan's, you take excellent notes, by the way, Sam. They're very good. So the boy, the Lachlan's boy, his illness looks a little different than Bredig.
How so?
Well, it says his eyes were closed, but her eyes are open. Or stayed open and staring. That's different. I don't know what it means.
Would her pointing this out mean anything medically to me? Like, would there be a different kind of medical illness that I would be referenced to based on the eyelids? Because I think Sam's original thought on it was whenever the paralysis struck happened to be when someone's eyes were opened or when their eyes were closed, and that was the difference. But
looking back over the Lachlan's son's symptoms, you could actually think of several common diseases that would have matched those. Because when you started asking his dad, you were coming from the standpoint that he had the same thing as Briddick. But if you ignore everything you know and have seen at Briddick's house, Diane had probably something else.
All right. Well, now I feel like a dick, but good to know. So I will make a note in my notebook and revisit that later when I'm smarter and wiser.
Perfect.
And has everyone eating? We should probably get ready to go to the mine.
While you're finishing that sentence, Aveen comes up to Welby and sort of goes, I had this one as well. I wasn't going to offer it to you, but you know, you have the wings and the hair and the glitter and I don't know, maybe you can make an outfit out of it or something. And she sort of half tosses this halfling-sized pink ombre leather armor onto the table for you that has a little embossed sign over the chest that says Lixie. And just ignore the name. She's fine. I think.
Wow, thank you, Aveen. That's so kind, as always. Also, weird that you have it. But Welby, look, we're gonna match now.
Does it fit?
You may have to cut some slots for your wings.
I think you look much better at it than I do.
Piss or not?
Who?
Who?
Huh?
What?
Aveen? Oh.
Why is
Well,
Kai so mad?
Lixie didn't have fairy wings, and Welby has fairy wings.
On that with the pink armor. I mean, it sounds entirely like something you do.
I have no comment, but enjoy.
I'm going to insight check that.
Yes.
Please do.
That is the most important.
That is a
check.
dirty 20.
Fuck.
Wow.
I'm going to use my advantage
18
on
plus
it.
2.
Just kidding.
I was about to say, this is what you use your advantage on?
Welby blew his advantage on his mushrooms. That sounds weird.
We've said a lot of things this session that made me go, huh, that's a sentence in the English language that didn't exist before. Honestly, Wild, you're going to have nothing left in that room by the end of the session.
Everything's on the floor.
There goes some more. Oh my god, your cats are destructo
Have you tried,
cats.
like, just giving your cats a slight narcotic?
I'm sorry.
Sending them to sleep for the duration of a session.
Yeah, maybe just a little chloroform before we stream.
Yeah, it's fine.
Usually feeding them
No.
does that.
I'm a
It
big
calms them
fan of they
down.
go into a different room and I shut the doors.
I think, considering the sound we've been hearing, they would just screech the
Yeah,
whole way through.
No, the cat would pick
Love
the
you
lock.
much.
Honestly, those cats would just burn the door down. Anywho, I heard a dirty 20 somewhere, I think.
Yes.
And Kai?
That's, wait. Something under 10. 7, I think.
Something under 10. So, Aveen is definitely, absolutely, for as far as you can tell, not shitting you. Of course, she is a high-level bard, so do with that as you will.
Also, I haven't had a full discussion with them. I don't know if I can judge their character.
She has a pleasant smile on her face that might either be from the enjoyment of giving fresh adventurers bright pink armor, or because she's just happy to help people. And
Wow,
honestly,
so
at this
generous.
point, what does it matter?
Yeah. I'm ready to
I'm
go to the
not-
mine whenever. I've had a productive day. Before we leave, I would like to teach you all something outside the inn. And
With
I'm going
books.
to move closer. Does Pris have their bag near her? Like her backpack?
Probably. Yeah.
I'm going to try and sleight of hand that collar into her backpack.
Roll sleight
I know
of
what
hand.
kind of books she reads.
Roll sleight of hand and press roll deception.
Would it be
It's a
perception?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, did I say something else?
Oh, I have disadvantage on the roll because I have chainmail.
I definitely only rolled an 8, so
Well, lucky for you, I rolled a 4.
okay.
So, Pris, you notice Sam holding something black and spiky and sort of like very casually, a little too casually. Definitely too casually.
Oh,
He is
it's like
up to something.
yeah, like putting a hand on the chair
Yeah.
as I reach with the other hand and like
Mhm.
slip, like the chair
Mhm.
moves.
Sam,
Question.
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Well, I got some gear at the temple and I was just divvying it out.
Is that a collar?
I found it, and I know what kind of books you read.
Oh!
I wasn't going to say anything.
You
You're
hear this
welcome.
You hear this weird, like, snortle choking sound coming out of Aveen from behind the bar as she quickly hides her face at this exchange.
No, sorry. Let me back up. It's not me giving you a thing. It's me finding a thing I thought you would want and put...
Okay!
Anyways, so I learned how to do the rituals to move spirits on. You all should learn how to do it, and we should go solve this mystery because I don't want someone to die. And I'm going to leave the tavern and go outside.
That is
I am bright red.
so
Aveen is
thoughtful
dying.
of you, Sam. So very thoughtful.
Chris,
Also, in lieu of the conversation I just had with Kai, it's a lot.
do you have more storybooks, Pris?
I think I did pick up an extra storybook, actually.
Can I read it?
Sure. Yep, go ahead. I think I might be sticking to nonfiction for a little while from now on. It's fine.
Okay.
Oh god. I know Welby gets his morals from storybooks, and I cannot wait to see what he learns from the smut.
That said, if Sam managed to actually get the collar into the backpack, I definitely would sort of look at it and leave it in there.
Yeah, it's in there.
Sort of, and maybe poke touch the tip of one of the spikes.
Does the collar help understand the story?
No, I didn't.
I need to
bring
go
one of-
now. Bye.
I didn't bring one of those books today, or I left those books back in the I left the.
Aveen goes, "You gave me part 4."
Oh, that's right. You have part 4. It's fine.
It's 4 of them?
Yeah, I know. There's a lot. There's actually 13 at this point. I'm just okay. Well, I should go see what Sam needs help with. Okay.
You know, I think that's an amazing point to stop today's session because we're out of time. I cannot wait to pick this back up and hear the recap of all of this because I know you're all going to focus on the correct things.
Just want to point out that last time you ended the session, it was on the words "lingering call of darkness."
Yes.
Nick is a very versatile GM.
I am.
Just putting that out there.
There's 2 sides. You know, it's either smut or horror. Those are the 2 distinct flavors.
That is actually my
There's 2
personality.
sides to every story. Smut or horror. No in between.
No, there's an in-between. It's when they meet and make beautiful mashed up.
Horror.
Wait, switch.
Yes, I've heard of it.
I mean, that is what the folder is called on my desktop. Anyway.
I have so many regrets right now.
So which book did you hand to Welby?
I can't remember. I don't know. I have a stack. It's a smutty book, but it's one of the less smutty books. It's more like a Nora Roberts style.
Okay.
Conversations happened in this session that I need to process.
Yeah.
That I need to
Man!
process as a character.
Yep.
We went from
think-
thinking we were gonna die to wishing we had.
No, I
Yeah.
still think we're going to die. Just with a smile on our lips.
Beautiful.
I'm
Thank you for
probably
the
more
props to the
horny than
DM, Belchavez. It's like herding horny cats. It's amazing. Let's go around and do
Wow,
our
it's actually
sign-offs.
Yay!
Okay.
Oh god, none of you look like you're ready for this. It's fine. We'll start top left. Graham, who are you? What do you
Son
do?
of
Where
a-
can people find you?
Hi everyone, my name is Graham, or Graham Crackers. You can find me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Graham Crackers, that's with a Z. And you can find me on Friday there, every week, except for this week, in the Goldshine Investigations, in which I play Gaheris Nerthos, a tiefling paladin who is investigating supernatural things. Otherwise, you can find me on this Friday on the Friends Who Roll Dice channel, where I will be in a one-shot of Monster of the Week for charity, which you should definitely tune in. It is for Rain, which is a fantastic charity, so I highly request that you check that out. I will be playing David Johnson, middle management,
Oh, good.
and the chosen hero. Otherwise, you can find me on Extra Life on this channel, where I will be a guest on the co-host episode with Anik and Kai. You can find me on Floofy Outlaws, which is DM'd by Goat, the one and only Bleep Bleep. And you can find me DMing the Adventurers in Wonderland one shot, which will be a fantastic delight. And I am super excited to have that pleasant, wonderful experience again to DM on this channel, because it has been an entire year since last Extra Life. I got away for a whole year.
You did.
But I'm back. Outside of that, you can find me... Can you find me on it? No, you can't find me on any other shows except for this one. For now. I would tell you
Forever.
more, but they're secrets.
Forever and ever. Nope, you're
And-
ours.
Yeah. And my favorite moment from today. Oh, jeez. This was the hard one. I didn't forget this time, though. So my favorite moment was definitely Welby and just Welby. I just knowingly eating the mushrooms, just everything is wonderful about Welby. But most importantly, definitely eating the mushrooms alone.
I mean, at least he was 30 feet away from you.
It's true, yeah. Follow the
He
rules.
followed the rules.
Follow the rules. We should have
Follow
had
the
better
rules.
rules is the thing.
Maybe.
But yeah, that's me. That's where you can find me. I won't be clean shaven next time.
Promise.
I don't know. I kind of look cute, though. But I'm gonna pass it on to the one and wonderful. I believe it is Pris.
It's me. Oh, that's me. I'm Pris. Actually, I'm Lady Dame. You can find me at the Lady Dame pretty much everywhere that's important on the internet. I am here on Wednesdays. I am also going to be in Extra Life with the wonderful Anik. We're kicking it off November 7th at midnight Central in the Death Zone Corgi.
Yep.
Yep, that's the title.
Death Zone Corgi.
Where you're going to be seeing a very, very different character than Pris. I am also going to be in the Character Voices talk show that is happening, I don't remember what time, at some point during Extra Life, and I'll be hanging out in chat for most of it, spending 24 hours keeping track of that. I am also eventually Goldheart Descent into Avernus is coming back sometime. We still don't have a full return date, but where you can find that's Monday mornings, every other Monday when we do come back. And I'm going to be in an upcoming podcast called The Watch of Black Glass, which will be coming out in January. Other than that, I stream on my own channel. We're finishing up Halloween week this week with some Edgar Allan Poe reading and my Arcade Spirits cosplay stream. But starting in November, it's going to be all book readings all the time. I might have some guests on the channel as well, which I'm very excited about. And I believe, my favorite moment was actually Sam's conversation with the Grave Cleric. That was a beautiful moment. I loved everything about it. It was nice to see that out of Sam. So, yeah, that's me.
All right. Swapper.
Hello, I am Swapper. I play as Kai, as you might have noticed. And I can be found on Twitter under @GregSimplicity, where I do absolutely nothing at the moment but tweet my weird thoughts. I can also be found, apparently not on Extra Life, since Anik is apparently doing a talk show with Kai and not with me.
I mean, I'll go Keza. We'll confuse Sephi. It'll be beautiful.
Oh my god, that's a thought. But no.
You are not going to be distracted
wonderful.
by games this time.
It's going to be wonderful. We are going to build one-shots in different systems with your interesting guidance. I also have another thing coming up on Eva Serate's channel, which I cannot talk about in detail, but that is going to be around longer. And of course I can be found here every Wednesday until the end of time. Which, with 220, is not that far off. My favourite moment of the session, I was going to say the speech, the conversation with the Grave Cleric, but I don't want to be a copycat, so I'm just going to take one of the other 1,000 of moments Sam had, which was hitting the ghost with the staff. That was wonderful, because I imagined basically a ceiling fan with smoke. That's it.
All right, that leaves Wild.
I forgot to unmute myself. Okay.
These things do happen.
So yes, I'm Wild Engineer at Wild Engineer on Twitter. You can find me tomorrow, I guess. Oh, geez, that's Wednesday. You can find me tomorrow on Utopia, where I will be running a game of 10 Candles. And this Saturday, you can find me on GoJG, where I will be playing in a game of Vaesen for Extra Life charity. And yeah, so I guess my favorite, aside from all the Sam stuff, would have to be Sam embarrassing Pris, and that wonderful explanation of why the dog collar.
Beautiful. All right. My name is Anik. You can find me on Twitter at Anikster. It's been mentioned, but for Extra Life, I'm DMing the first slot of the night, Death Zone Corgi. My intrepid adventurers have to go save a corgi who is cute and lost and alone and has a deck of many things and is chewing his way through it, accidentally pulling cards as he goes along. So will they be in time to avoid the destruction of the multiverse? We'll find out. And then very sleep-deprived me, because I did the math on daylight savings wrong, will be joining Swapper for the Lorem Ipsum chat show. Graham is not our only guest. We have Persephoroth from Fast Time at D&D High. She's been on Critter Hug. She is as bad at staying on topic and not snarking as Swapper and I am. So if you donate, you can make us just suffer horrendously, because if you donate, you force us to stay on topic for a certain amount of time, and we're gonna struggle. It's gonna be great. Swapper and I are also building one-shots in different systems. Swapper's building in 5th edition, I'm building in Ryotama, and donations can also influence what we're building. So if you're absolutely desperate to see something in an adventure someone makes, give money, help kids. Other than that, I am here on Wednesdays, DMing Uncaged, which sometimes is a little more like herding cats than other nights, but it's all precious to me. And I'm not sure what happened or where my life went wrong, but that is currently the only thing I'm doing on stream. This is it. My life is empty. So if you're looking for a player or a DM, I specialize in horror and smut. Hit me up.
She sure does.
Some more.
S'more. Look, I finally had someone sobbing, I want to go home last time I ran 10 candles, so that one is checked off the bucket list. So now we must go further. There are deeper depths to plumb in the human psyche, and I want to find them.
It's
So,
smut or horror?
I'm terrified.
both.
For some people, maybe.
I know. Oh, I already have a volunteer. It's going to be beautiful. Well, we'll figure something out. I wasn't allowed to plan stuff because I was too busy because I have 9 home campaigns. But one of them's on hiatus, so I have room and time. Just no sanity. But that's perfect. So
What was your favorite part?
everything. I loved all of it. I did not think that dog collar was going to go where it did when I put it in the game. I'm very happy both Sam and Kai failed their insight checks on Aveen when she handed out bright pink leather armors to everyone. But one of my favorite bits, other than the one for Welby that resulted in a 1 for me, was the one for Kai as he tried to figure out elk limbs and sort of flailed into a bit of shadow. Tried to look cool and angry and be the tough druid. Hoofs are hard. Beautiful. Just beautiful. So,
Wait until they can fly.
wait until they can fly. Wait until you try to figure out wings. Join us here to see if Kai does in fact figure out how to fly at some point. We'll be here again next week.
And what Pris is going to do with that dog collar?
You never know.
mean,
I have no idea.
Aveen's giving you the eyes. We'll see.
Remember, for 3 stages of corruption, Sam will discover the cure without having to adventure.
We've had no corruption donations at all. Maybe it's because we don't have a bar and people forget.
That's fair. No, that's
Maybe
fair. We
it's
don't have,
because
like,
Graham is a
quick set
player.
Maybe it's because Graham is a player and can't buy the
I was
entire
explicitly
bar for
told I
us.
can't donate corruption to games I'm in. Please, chat. You're
By
my only
whom?
hope.
Maybe we should like fudge a bar in here somewhere at some point.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
see.
We'll figure
Just
it out.
across the screen.
Yeah, maybe not. Like, do we need corruption while we have Welby and mushrooms?
No.
No.
That's bad enough,
No.
isn't it?
But you
It took
my
us 7
mushrooms
sessions, but we finally
away.
got those fucking mushrooms out of your hand. For about 5 minutes.
For
I presume.
now.
I want my mushrooms
For
back.
now.
All right, so join us for the next few weeks or longer, depending on life, the universe, and everything, and time zones and channels, as we see where this. Thank you, Swapper. As we see where these uncaged modules that I am definitely following to the letter, no additions, see where they lead, see where our friends go. As always, stretch, hydrate, pet your pets, love each other. Oh god, Eva just bought corruption.
Eva! Eva!
Well, I guess it's only 1 tier. Welby will just get the mushrooms back in their possession. Done. We've got it
Eva.
figured out. Eva, why would you hurt me like this?
Thank you, Eva, we love you.
I will remember this.
Good thing there's no place named Ashgrave in this campaign.
No, not yet. Anywho,
I feel betrayed.
I
don't. I
feel
love you, Eva.
validated and seen. All right, we're gonna do our proper sign-offs because it's already 1:15. Love you all. Stretch, hydrate, pet your pets, love each other, stay healthy. Watch the other shows on this channel. Yeah. See you soon. Goodbye, darlings.